All right, so you want to know about Walnut Creek and why you should move here and what makes this sweet little town so great? Well, if you want to know why, stay tuned because we're talking about all the pros of living in Walnut Creek, California. All right, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rachel Capel. We help people relocate to the San Francisco Bay Area. And today we are talking about Walnut Creek, California, and all the great things that people love about living here. So if you want to know that, let's get into it right now. All right, pro number one, great thing number one is that it is a fantastic mix of both urban and suburban. If you have lived in this area like I have for your whole life, basically with a couple years outside in different areas, you're going to know that Walnut Creek is kind of the suburbs of the San Francisco Bay Area, and it is now becoming a very culturally diverse and cool urban city that people are coming to because it is cleaner, nicer, safer than the other cities that are surrounding it, like San Francisco and all the homeless there. I mean, you're going to have homeless here, but it's definitely not as bad. Or in like the Berkeley areas, there's lots of homeless there. So it's a great mix of suburban area and urban as well. So you've got great food here, lots of culturally diverse foods, and they are coming every single month. It seems like new places are popping up, really great restaurants and bars, and you're gonna love it. So it's a really good mix of, you know, becoming a little bit more urban and kind of gentrified and cooler. It used to be very kind of boring Walnut Creek, vanilla town that was definitely like suburbs. People would go to the city in Oakland and Berkeley to get that cultural diversity, but now Walnut Creek's coming up. So that is numero uno. It's got a mixture of suburban and urban lifestyle, and you're gonna love it here. All right, pro number two is the fact that it is centrally located. Walnut Creek is close to Danville and Alamo and San Ramon, and it is also close to like Rockridge, Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco. So you have proximity to a lot of great little cities that are fun and offer different eclectic things that, you know, different people would like. And it's centrally located. It's got a BART station here, so you can easily hop into the city if you wanted to for drinks, happy hours. I do it all the time. I don't actually take BART too much, but I've done it in the past. And you can go to shows and do all the things. So it's really centrally located, and it's a great little city that you can enjoy, that is safe and quiet, which we love about the suburbs, but it's got that diversity in like number one. So it is centrally located. So if you wanted to go do fun things, you could easily get to other towns and go to San Francisco if you wanted to work in San Francisco. All right, number three. Pro number three is residents that live here have a great quality of life. There are so many great things to do in Walnut Creek. You've got the Leisure Center for the Arts, and you've got all the downtown shopping areas. And I promise if you have kids or teenagers, they're going to want to roam the downtown Walnut Creek shopping area because it is not only beautiful, safe, and I mean safe in comparison to other malls. There are things that happen at the mall, but it is beautiful. It is a great place to walk around with your family, go shopping. They have fantastic stores, great places to eat. Downtown is just a great location for the residents to go and shop and dine and have a great time. And also you've got the Leisure Center where you can watch shows. You can do all kinds of things that Walnut Creek has for the residents. They have plethora of activities that you can do, and it just offers a great quality of life. Lots of shopping, dining, and cultural activities. You're gonna love Walnut Creek, and it's safe. Even though there have been incidents that have happened in the past, the police have taken charge, and they're usually one-off occurrences. It's really not a bad area to live in. I've never gone, in my whole life of living here, knock on wood, I've never gone down and got shot or mugged. I mean, have people? Yes, probably, but they definitely get it more in San Francisco. But even still, it's not, I don't know. I think the media makes it out to be worse than it is. But it is a beautiful downtown area with lots of activity and fun things to do. So I know you'll love it. Number four, We in Walnut Creek have a fantastic economy. There are lots of jobs and things to do. You can work from home, you can work from the city, you can work pretty much anywhere. And there are actually a lot of great jobs in Walnut Creek. So I think there is a robust economy here and lots to offer as far as work. And we also have fantastic schools as well. All right, number 5 pro is you have plenty of outdoor activity to do in Walnut Creek. It is awesome. I can tell you from when I was single, hiking around the mountains. Well, I should say hills, not mountains. You've got Shell Ridge there. You've got a ton of different hikes that you can do in Walnut Creek. They can be easy or they can be hard. You pick. There's so many places to roam in the hills. So beautiful all throughout the year. You'll love it. And then if you're like me with a kid in a park, you know, a good park are always great for kids. And I personally love the parks in Walnut Creek because you can kind of get small, medium, large. There's Heather Farms, which is like massive craziness, where you could play in, you know, the area, or you could go to the Rose Garden, or you could just go and enjoy the play structure with the kids. There's always an ice cream truck there. There's always plenty of fun to have at Heather Farms. You can take your scooter around with the kids, drive around, do bikes, whatever you prefer. And there's also a couple little cute little parks that are smaller and offer, you know, walking capability downtown. Civic Park is great. The library is right there. You can't go wrong with the outdoor activities in Walnut Creek. There is a ton of them and you will love them. And I could give you all the scoop. Just check out the other videos on my channel about Heather Farms and you can kind of see it and the parks in Walnut Creek. You'll love it. So number 5, outdoor recreation is top notch. All right, number 6 is Walnut Creek offers a pleasant and, in my humble opinion, perfect climate, with the exceptions of days like today where it can get kind of pushing into the 90s and 100s. We have a pretty beautiful climate here. You're going to have beautiful sunshine and weather, I would say, a majority of the year. It's never going to be that dramatically hot or cold, really never that cold. It can get hot. But when you see places like Colorado and Arizona and Florida and Texas and triple digits all the time with hailstorms the size of like golf balls hitting your car and destroying your car, I think you got to pay to play here. But I think the weather here is dang near perfect. And that is, I'm sorry to say it, folks, that's what you're paying for when you live in California. So number 6 is that the climate is pretty much darn near perfect. All right, number 7 is there is some great cultural diversity here. So it used to not always be this way, but I think a lot of people are relocating from all over the world and California and the United States and other countries. So you're gonna have a lot of diversity here. Every culture you can imagine. I mean, let's just be honest. I've been to Heather Farms and literally 3/4 of the park was some type of Afghan, Middle Eastern. I don't know if it was like an event that they were having or what, but you get that diversity. And I've also been to the park where there are people from Russia, from Germany, from France. I have literally met every culture, every country, just going out and about. And the food is like amazing. And I feel like because people are coming here, they're like creating their cuisines and their restaurants that have all types of cultural diversity. And it's a bigger city, so there's more opportunity for restaurants and for that kind of stuff to come into the city. Whereas in other cities that are a little smaller, like, you know, Danville and whatnot. But yeah, there's lots of cultural diversity, which I think is great because obviously being brown myself, half Asian, half Filipino, I can appreciate the diversity since I grew up and I was like the minority. Now it's like there is really no dominant, maybe there is a dominant ethnicity, but I don't know what it is because I don't really see it. So lots of cultural diversity here in Walnut Creek. It's changed a bunch and I think that is very cool. So I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I do. All right, number 8 is low crime rate. Generally speaking, Walnut Creek has a pretty low crime rate. Now, always in California, I always make sure to tell everyone, do not leave your doors open. Do not leave stuff in your car where people can see it. I wouldn't even put it in your trunk. I'm just like, I had been given this piece of advice from somebody that lived in New York. I used to leave my door open, my windows open. And they're like, why are you going to let it be easy for a criminal or somebody like a burglar to try and just get in? Make it difficult for them, right? So maybe if it's too difficult, they won't do it. But generally speaking, you're going to have less homeless here than in neighboring cities like Concord, Pleasant Hill, Martinez, Danville, and San Ramon. They don't really have a lot of homeless. I mean, part of it, I think, is because it's like there's just less of a city. It's so far out there. But anyways, Walnut Creek has a BART station, so that can invite homeless, right? But I think the BART police take pretty good care of it there. But generally speaking, you're going to have lower crime rates than like the city and neighboring urban cities versus the suburbs. So, but don't make it easy for these criminals. Just lock your stuff up, be safe, be smart, but don't think you're going to get mugged. And you know what? If you do get mugged, freaking beat their behind. Kick them where it hurts. And if it's a girl, I don't know, take your aggression out on them. Sorry, anyways. So generally speaking, number 8 is Walnut Creek has a lower crime rate than neighboring bigger urban cities. All right, number 9 is Walnut Creek offers a very vibrant art scene. So if you do not know about the Leisure Center in Walnut Creek, you need to know about it. It's fantastic. There are shows all year round, so you don't have to go to like Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco so far sometimes to get a great show. They have some pretty good ones. My sister's gone to a few. I have only done like a few there and some Santa stuff with my little guy. So I can't speak completely on it, but I know what they advertise out because I see it in Walnut Creek Magazine, which I love. And yeah, they also have the Art and Wine Festival every year, which is fantastic. It's just a 2-day event at Heather Farms where they just go out and have all kinds of fun vendors. And it's like just a great little, I believe it's in the summer or spring. They should know this stuff, but I know it happens once a year and it's fantastic. It's a great way for the community to come out and have some fun in the sun and the perfect weather and enjoy with family and friends. Lots of stuff to do for all ages, and you'll love it. So very vibrant art scene in the Walnut Creek area. You'll love it. All right, pro number 10. I really like this one. I think number 10 is great because it is close to San Francisco. Now, this is a really big pro because being close to San Francisco basically means you have opportunities to work, you have opportunities to go have fun and play and do all the things, but you don't have to live in San Francisco. Because living in San Francisco, in my opinion, I've done it. It is just not my vibe. I am more of a suburb kind of girl. I don't like living in the city and the hustle and bustle. Now, people harp on San Francisco all the time for the homeless, and I think it's actually gotten really good, especially in the touristy areas. I think they've cleaned it up a lot. But having this proximity, but not living there is wonderful because you can enjoy the beaches, you can enjoy all the beautiful things about San Francisco, the touristy destinations, the food, the art scene, everything, but you don't have to be there living it. You can go back home to your suburb area and your safe little happy home in Walnut Creek. So there are so many things to do in the San Francisco area. So it's so close and so accessible, and you don't have to spend a ton of money. It can be very free and affordable. And yeah, this is why it's so expensive to live in California, because you can go to the Marin Headlands, enjoy the beaches and see the gorgeous scene. You can go on a sailboat in the middle of the bay and have a fantastic time, and then go drive back home. You can do a day trip to San Francisco, or you could literally work in San Francisco and make $500,000, right? Or $1 million, whatever you want to make. It's all possible. So that convenience, and then being able to go home and like have the safety and security of your home, a bigger home than you would in San Francisco for a cheaper price, is why people are drawn to Walnut Creek. So that's my number 10. I think it might be my favorite because I truly love getting away and like having all the great things that I just talked about in Walnut Creek, but also being able to get out and do stuff in the other cities that are surrounding it. It's awesome. You'll love it. I'm going to keep saying you'll love it because I just know you will, and I'll program it into your brain. Okay, number 11. This one's good too, especially if you have family. Walnut Creek has excellent schools. So if you have kids, as I'm learning, not all schools are created equal, and because I'm a realtor, I'm not allowed to have an opinion, but I can say positive things, and I can say, I mean, you could just go on the greatschools.org or wherever you look up for schooling, Yelp, whatever it is. You'll see that the ratings are really good for Walnut Creek. So I've heard great things about Walnut Creek. I know they have great ratings online. I mean, every child is going to have specific needs and wants and desires, but for the most part, in general, Walnut Creek seems to have fantastic schools. So I know in the area, Alamo and Danville and San Ramon, their scores are all like amazing. So obviously they're going to be great as well. But I do and have heard very great things about the Walnut Creek schools. So that is very positive. And if you have a family, it's very important because you need to have quality education for your kiddos. And it seems that Walnut Creek has fantastic schools. So that is number 11. All right, number 12 is healthcare facilities. Okay. You know, we're talking about this for our older folks, me included, because we have had medical challenges, and I've actually had the experience of being at both hospitals. So I used to be at Kaiser in Walnut Creek when I had my son, and I can say they were excellent in the maternity ward. I'm not a huge fan of Kaiser, but they were fantastic. They did a fantastic job for when I had my son, and a couple other things there too. But Kaiser, you either love it or hate it. John Muir, on the other hand, we love. I am currently at John Muir, and they're both in Walnut Creek. I feel like the hospital in Walnut Creek, Kaiser, it's just the parking lot can be a pain in the butt, but I feel like it's getting better. I've had clients that are nurses and work there, and they say it's getting better. So the parking garage is a really pain in the butt at Kaiser, but John Muir is fantastic, and they literally just did a massive extension of the hospital for oncology and cancer treatment. So there is a whole entire section of John Muir, which is right near Heather Farms. Fantastic hospital. Fantastic hospital. I mean, you're going to get great care at both, but I am a big fan of John Muir just because they just expanded the cancer center. They partnered with UCSF in San Francisco, and it's an amazing facility. I've toured it, and yeah, it's amazing. So definitely want to know for healthcare, that is a gigantic part of life, especially as we get older. And Walnut Creek has two fantastic major hospitals. So definitely a thumbs up if you live in that town. And John Muir, both. But John Muir, it's just massive. With the cancer center, it's just massive. So UCSF is like a huge cancer center out here. It's excellent. And the fact that they partnered with them is huge, because now people that live in Walnut Creek don't have to go to San Francisco and have to do their treatments there. So that's really positive. All right, number 13 is transportation. You have great public transportation in the Walnut Creek area. So you have BART, and there's also Shadelands has a shuttle. There is some buses that go along. I don't know all the details of them, but I'm sure you can go online and find them out, because I don't normally use them. But I know Shadelands has a busing system that can get you in and out of there pretty easily and frequently. It's a great little shuttle system, so I definitely would check it out at the Shadelands. But there is bus systems, I know that, and you have BART. So BART is fantastic because it can get you to the neighboring cities, and very convenient if you work in the city or other places. So the public transportation is fantastic. All right, last but definitely not least, number 14 is Walnut Creek is super family friendly with lots of activities for the kids and fun to be had for the adults as well. So You know, this town literally has a whole website dedicated to the city and the activities that they are planning for families and people that are single, people that are young and want to have fun, people that are older. They have everything. It's really great. I definitely would check out going to the cityofwalnutcreek.com, whatever it is, just Google it online and you can find out all the great places and things to do for the different ages. And Walnut Creek Magazine is one of my favorite in the whole wide world. We started our business off years and years and years ago, and yeah, it's blossomed into something amazing. So go Pam Kessler, shout out. And yeah, it's just a great family friendly, fun town that you will love. There's so much to do. When you want to move to Walnut Creek, you give me a call and I will set you all up with everything that you need to know about San Francisco, Walnut Creek, and the neighboring cities. But Walnut Creek, I've lived here for 20 plus years, maybe 30. And yeah, I can tell you all about the fun stuff in Walnut Creek. Lots of memories downtown, lots of memories doing all kinds of things, swim meets, schools, parties, events, you name it. Fun activities. It's happened in Walnut Creek for me. So fun. You'll love it. You'll love it. I promise. All right. So when you move into Walnut Creek, let me know. Give me a shout. I'm happy to help. Whenever you have questions or needs and you want to know more about the Walnut Creek area and living here, we have helped plenty of families move to the area and all are loving where they're at. And we want to help you if you need it. So feel free to reach out, contact us, email us, and just let us know what your questions are. And if you have more videos that you want me to make, just let me know down below in the comments. I'll link all the sites that we kind of talked about, went over, so you can have them easily clickable. And when you want to relocate to the Walnut Creek area, just let us know. We're happy to help. Have a great week, and thanks again for watching, guys. Check out the videos popping up here and here on Walnut Creek to learn more about the city and how great it is. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.